Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is David Tiberio, and today I'd like to talk to you about marriage. Anyone in here who is married knows and understands what it's like to have a disagreement with your significant other. And for some of us, I'm sure you know what it's like to always be wrong. But no matter what, we still never feel better when we're in these arguments, and for some of us, it's just easier to move on and give up. Understanding that marriage takes more than just you and your spouse is a key factor for a successful marriage. If you cannot grasp that fact, then you are not likely to be the man or woman your spouse needs you to be. As a married man who was face to face with a failing marriage not long ago, I understand the importance of having God in our marriage and how destructive it can be when we try to push him out. Divorce can and does negatively impact the man, woman, and children involved. Jesus said, "What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate." Mark 10:9. I will substantiate this statement by discussing the effects of divorce and how the reason for divorce's existence in the first place is due to godlessness and hardened hearts. Viewing marriage from God's eyes would result in a drastic drop in divorce rates. Let's look more into this topic. Divorce exists because of hardened hearts and godlessness. 40 to 50% of first-time married couples divorce, and 60% of second-time couples divorce. Those are huge percentages. It shows that most people don't want to work through the rough times, and for a variety of reasons. According to Dr. William Doherty, some factors that put people at higher risk for divorce are as follows. They are premarital pregnancies, living together before marriage, less education, low income, no religious affiliation, coming from a divorced family, and insecurity. Some of the most common reasons for divorce are lack of commitment, constant fighting, disloyalty, lack of equality, and abuse. And this brings me to my second point. Divorce negatively impacts both parents and the children. According to the American Psychological Association, a healthy marriage is good for couples' mental and physical health, and also good for the children. Growing up in a happy home protects children from mental, physical, educational, and social problems. The Heritage Foundation reported that families with children that were not poor before divorce will see their incomes drop as much as 50%. And almost 50% of the parents move into poverty after divorce. Children of divorced parents are known to perform poorly in math, spelling, and reading, and they are also more likely to repeat a grade. Also, according to the Heritage Foundation, religious worship has been linked to better, healthier, longer marriages and better family life. Goes to show you the importance of having God in the center of our marriage. And this brings me to my final point. If we could all focus our eyes on God and understand his love for us, then I believe it would be easier to allow him into our marriages. Ephesians 5:25 commands, "Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." As men, we were made to lead the way. If we can love our wives the way God says we should, then our wives will follow, but it starts with us. Mark 10:9 says, "What therefore God has put together, let no man separate." That we must understand that we do not have the authority to undo what God has done. Praying with one another is key. We should pray with our mate every day and pray that God always stays in the center of everything. On to my conclusion. Marriage is a divine institution given to us from God for his glory, not our own. He did not intend for us to break that commitment that we made before him. A healthy, godly marriage is a beautiful reflection of Christ's love for us. Set your eyes on him. Put God first in all that you do, and when you do, you'll be able to love your spouse the way we should. Pray with each other that God will stay active in our marriage. I strongly embolden each and every one of you to reflect on your relationship with Jesus Christ, and if you're not satisfied, pray about it. Make a commitment today that Jesus will be number one in your life. Your relationship with Christ will show through your marriage. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for coming.